today in our show, we will have, we already had a lot of discussion with the young, inspirational Indonesian. And of course, we have one more in the fashion industry, and that is Denica Riadini who brought her vision of producing meaningful clothes to life with Sukkha Citta begin in 2016. Now, the brand designs and produces clothing for men and also women, offering a wide range of sustainable garments that can be also customized.
Yes, I'm very excited about this. We're wearing it.
Yes,
so
we are.
I am excited to know more about Sukkha Citta, who claims to stand distance from the idea of fashion seasons and trends, but rather as an initiative for a change. And here in the studio, we're joined by mastermind of Sukkha Citta, Denica. Good morning, Denica.
Good morning.
I do understand this.
Thank you for being
distancing from trend, because your designs are timeless. So no matter what season,
I don't know if this is for a man or a woman, but I think anyone can rock this.
Exactly.
I love this. Look at that, you know? And it felt so nice too.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that.
Yes.
But before that, Kai?
Yes. So please do explain the initiative behind Sukkha Citta and what does it mean to bring meaningful clothes to life?
Right. So I first started into this whole journey as a development economist when I was traveling village to village, really. And there, for the first time, I really saw how our clothes are being made.
Okay. Yes.
And as someone who grew up in the city, you know, it was the first time I thought about this thing. I thought clothes just showed up in stores.
Yes.
You buy it, you wear it, you don't give it a second thought. But then meeting the women who still make it by hand with these heritage techniques and all these beautiful stories made me realize that there are so much meaning that we today as modern day consumers are so disconnected with. And that was the idea of Sukkha Citta, was to create a bridge between us, people who care about these issues and want to wear something more than just fashion, with the very women making it in villages, not factories. We connect them with first access to education and then to fair wages so that they can actually survive and care for their families by sustaining their beautiful heritage.
Yeah. So, by you saying that, if you remember your first journey before, with having Sukkha Citta itself, what really made the spark in within you? You were saying, okay, I need to help, local villagers, either men and women, and then also to kind of have this initiative to make a fashion brand that has a value on it, like sparks of love and sparks of joy, as opposed to as a commodity that we have to use just every day.
Right, it was really seeing and meeting the women, really. You know, I would meet women like Ibu Lilik, who work 12 hours a day as a batik artisan, who has to worry about what to feed her children tomorrow. And I was heartbroken. I didn't realize that between us and the women who make our clothes are so many layers that literally created a system in which they have to be trapped in poverty. So I wanted to do things differently. I thought, what if we, instead of having a business that creates clothes and then find factories that make it, you actually turn it the other way around. You start from the village. You start from the Ibu.
Yes.
You start with what she can do, and then you work with her to elevate what she already has in a way, to make it into something with stories to tell that consumers all over the world can wear and be proud of wearing it, in that sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
So out of curiosity, you did say something that was very striking behind the scenes before this that I think you should share as well. So other than how many villages have been reached, you also said you specifically are working with the last generation of cotton farmers. I did not know that there is so little cotton farmers left here in Indonesia.
Yeah, actually 99.9% of cotton in Indonesia is imported.
Yeah.
And that was a statistic that truly hit me in the face, really.
Yeah.
Because we have here the fashion industry that's one of the biggest in terms of sales value in the world.
Right.
But at the same time, it's also one of the most polluting and exploitative. And it all comes down to one biggest problem I found, which is the lack of traceability. So right now, even brands don't know where the materials are coming from.
Right.
And because we work directly with villages, it made us realize that you cannot truly have sustainability if you don't know where your materials are coming from.
Yeah.
So first we started planting our natural dyes. So all our clothes are dyed with plants.
Okay.
And then we started tackling another problem, which was the actual fibers itself. And that led me to travel village to village across Indonesia, trying to find cotton farmers.
Yeah.
And I start realizing that because there is no market for their cotton, first of all, and second of all, they really can't survive from it. It is at the moment, the age range of the farmers is really old. So I start realizing that if you don't create an ecosystem right now, then we lose all this incredible indigenous knowledge in how they grow cotton.
Yeah.
Because the way Indonesians grow cotton is completely different than the global cotton agriculture. You know, fun fact, cotton is actually named the dirtiest crop in the world. And that's really because the way it's being grown right now is in massive monocultures, meaning forests are being cut down to grow only one plant, cotton. And that requires it to really use a lot of fertilizer and pesticides, all the chemicals that have to go into growing our clothes. Now, the way Indonesian farmers grow it is completely the opposite.
Oh.
They grow it like a forest. So instead of just cotton, monoculture, they grow it with 20 different crops, creating sort of like an agroforestry situation in which the plants actually mutually coexist. And because of that, they heal the soil so that it can absorb more carbon from the atmosphere. So in essence, we have right under our feet where we're standing here in Indonesia, one of the best nature-based climate solution. And all we had to do was remember. I started with only one village, and today we work with 8 villages, providing access to 1,500 women and farmers who make your clothes from farm to your closet.
Yeah. Now, that's another term too. I mean, we know usually it's farm to table, now farm to closet. What does that mean?
So it's essentially the same, where you really have farm to closet traceability, meaning that you remember that your clothes really started from the earth.
Yes.
And then you connect all the dots for the customers from the literally the place where the cotton that you're wearing is grown, all the way until you can wear it beautifully today.
Wow.
There's always a process.
I love
growth.
Yeah. No, I love that we get to talk about this because it's making me feel more grounded. And wearing this makes me feel a lot more grounded as well.
Hi, by the way, you look very beautiful in that dress.
I love this dress.
Yeah, you look very beautiful.
I love this dress.
Also, we know that, Denise, that Sukkha Citta is a B Corp certified. What does that mean, by the way?
Right, so B Corp is one of the global certification given to businesses who are using business as a force for good.
Oh,
and
congratulations.
That means, thank you. We're one of the first in Indonesia to achieve this certification. And last month we were awarded as Best for the World.
Wow.
And that means we're in the top 5% of B Corps worldwide.
Yeah.
And we're really proud of that because, you know, the thing about what we do is that we're doing something that is outside of the status quo. We're literally building an informal supply chain. Women who are most marginalized, most prone to exploitation now can get visible, can feel valuable. And then we've brought a new standard of doing things.
Correct.
In a way, like inviting them to be part of a very different standard for the fashion industry.
You know what? I can sit here all day just listening to you because I'm feeling a lot of different things. But I'm feeling Sukkha Citta listening to your stories, which in Indonesian means good feeling. Happy feeling, yes, if I'm not mistaken. Why did you choose Sukkha Citta as the name of your brand?
Right, because I went through a journey to find this calling. It was a journey from meaning. When I started realizing that all these years, you know, we get taught that to be happy, you need to get this much, you need to own this much. But actually, I found that true, lasting happiness happens when you can contribute and work for something bigger. So that's why I chose Sukkha Citta. I chose the Sanskrit term, which is the root word of the Indonesian of Sukkha Citta, to signify this journey I had to take to go back to my root. As an Indonesian, I feel that we need to reconnect with villages because that is the heart of Indonesia.
Thank you very much.
I'm I'm just inspired just, listening to the data that you just mentioned to us, the ability of regenerating artisans, right? And also empowering the women, and that is why, thankfully, you are here with us to share your story, because today is all about powerful, influential, and of course, young leaders here in Indonesia. So, but Denica, thank you so much for your time. It's such
By
a
the way,
pleasure.
we're going to go to Asta, right?
Yes.
Asta, flagship store, Sukkha Citta, guys.
Yes, because we want to know more about the story. So that's right.
Yes. And anyways, once again, thank you very much, Denica.